Imagine feeling hungry and not knowing where your next meal will come from. For many individuals experiencing homelessness on the west side of San Antonio, this isn't a hypothetical. It is a devastating reality of life every single day. Hunger is not just the absence of food, it is the absence of stability, security, and often dignity. It is waking up unsure how to make it through the day and going to sleep unsure of what tomorrow will bring. Growing up in the west side of San Antonio, I witnessed an increase in the number of homeless people in the community. I frequently considered how I can help and have a positive impact on the community. And that is why we are here today and why Nourishing Together exists. Nourishing Together is dedicated to tackling food insecurities by providing nutritious meals to individuals experiencing homelessness on the west side of San Antonio. Our vision is to ensure every individual in the west side community experiencing homelessness has constant access to a nutritious meal. A nutritious meal that supports their health, their energy, and overall well being. Every meal we serve is prepared with attention to nutritional value. Today, I want to walk you through the key work that brought nutrition together to life, our research, our strategies, our operational plans, and the overall challenges we encountered. Our initial work began with conducting a community needs assessment test in the west side of San Antonio. We decided to conduct a survey to identify community needs and determine which services to prioritize. After conducting the community assessment test, it became clear that access to nutritious food in the Westside community was limited. While other nonprofit organizations do provide food, attention to nutritional value was often absent. Why does nutrition matter? Because a nutritious meal does more than fill the stomach. It provides energy, it supports the immune system, it improves overall health for people experiencing homelessness. According to the U.S. Center for Disease and Control and Prevention, healthy nutrition lowers the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. And most importantly, it establishes stability for individuals who are homeless. After identifying the core need, our next priority was to design a plan that was not only practical, but also ethical and sustainable. During the strategic planning phase, we developed a detailed work breakdown structure which provided a clear step-by-step outline of everything required to launch Nourishing Together effectively and ethically. By outlining each phase in detail, the work breakdown structure helped maintain clarity, accountability, and direction through the development process. Our focus was not about rushing to start serving meals. It was about ensuring that we built an organization capable of having a long-lasting impact. To achieve this, we divided the work breakdown structure into four phases: planning and foundation, legal administrative steps, operation and funding, and evaluation. Each phase was divided into smaller, manageable tasks, which ensured no task was overlooked. The Granite chart provided a clear overview of the project by tracking major milestones and illustrating the dependencies between different tasks. It helped us clearly understand how each major step fit into the overall launch timeline for our nonprofit organization. By mapping out each task, such as Task A, Foundation and Strategy, which laid the groundwork for the entire organization. It included conducting a community needs assessment test, identifying our target population, defining our mission, vision, and services, and recruiting board of directors, team members, and volunteers. We also drafted the bylaws, the conflict of interest policy, and received board approval. These foundational steps were critical in creating a strong and legally compliant structure for launching a new nonprofit. Key dependencies during Task A. The Community Needs Assessment test needed to be completed before we were able to establish our target population. Recruiting the board of directors needed to occur before drafting and improving the bylaws. Task B, legal and administrative steps, consisted of preparing and filing the required legal documents to allow the nonprofit to operate legally as a nonprofit. These tasks included drafting articles of incorporation and receiving board approval, filing articles of incorporation, appointing a registered agent, obtaining an employer identification number, also known as EIN, applying for state tax exemptions, and completing the federal 501c3 application through IRS 1023 form. Key dependencies during Task B. Before we could file the articles of incorporation, we needed to get board approval. Before applying for state tax exemptions, we needed to secure an employer identification number. Task C, community and funding. Once the organization and legal foundation were completed, it was time to move on to building community support and generating resources. This task involved seeking in-kind donations, individual donors, corporate sponsorships, grant opportunities, and the launch of our first fundraising event. To support funding efforts, we use online tools such as GrantWatch and Candid GuideStar to identify grant opportunities and review donor engagement resources from Boomerang and Classy. These efforts are important for creating long-term stability and ensuring we have the resources needed to deliver our mission. Key dependencies during Task C. Before seeking in-kind donations, we needed to gain community support. Task D, Evaluation. This phase focuses on improvement and accountability. It involves gathering feedback, conducting performance evaluation, and holding annual meetings. These tasks ensure that we remain in compliance with legal requirements, always strive to improve our services, and keep in line with our mission. Key dependencies during task D. Before any performance evaluation could take place, we needed to gather data and feedback. Our overall key milestones were securing a 501(c)(3) status, establishing partnerships with local organizations, planning and executing our first fundraising event. To ensure long-term stability, we designed a diversified funding model that includes grants, corporate sponsorships, and private donations. Grants offer structure and stability. Corporate sponsorships offer financial assistance and build community relationships. Through private donations, we can connect with individuals who care about our mission and want to see their contribution make a direct impact. By diversifying our funding sources, we ensure that Nutritioning Together does not rely on a single source of revenue. This ensures long-term sustainability for our nonprofit. What separates Nourishing Together from other nonprofits is our commitment to nutrition. Every meal we serve is designed to promote health, straighten the body, and provide the energy needed for daily life. It is not about giving someone a snack or satisfying their hunger. It is about nourishing the body with a meal that supports both mental clarity and physical energy throughout the day. Nourishing is not just about food. It is about restoring dignity. It is about saying, you deserve to be healthy. This is the commitment that makes us unique and influences our decisions. Our operational strategies involved building strong relationships with local churches, colleges, and high schools. These partnerships played a vital role in expanding our reach and strengthening our impact. By establishing these partnerships, it helped us attract volunteers and build community engagement and trust. Like any nonprofit, we encountered significant challenges early on, especially during the fundraising phase. Lack of community awareness made it difficult to secure the support needed to launching our nonprofit. To overcome this, we focused on building relationships with local corporations that believed in community-driven impact. We prioritized transparency in every conversation. We openly shared our research, our plans, and our dedication. By doing this, we demonstrated not just what we hoped to achieve, but how we intended to achieve it. The result: growing support, stronger relationships, and a solid foundation built on credibility and shared purpose. As we prepare to transition from planning to expanded action, we know something important. We cannot do this alone. Your experience in corporate social responsibility makes you the ideal candidate to helping Nourishing Together fill the gap between initial planning and impactful execution. You know how to manage partnerships, sustain long term sustainability, and create meaningful community engagement. Your experience is exactly what we need to bring our mission to its full purpose. Nourishing Together is positioned to become a valuable resource in our community, thanks to the dedication of our volunteers and our research, strategic planning, and the leadership guiding our mission. We invite you to be part of this journey. Join us, share your expertise. Together, we can restore dignity and hope, one nutritious meal at a time. Thank you for your time. I look forward to hearing from you.